Friends, this is Pastor Fred Indangasi. I'm the pastor of King's Highway Baptist Church and the president of Jesus Power Evangelistic Missions International, an evangelistic ministry that's reaching out with the message of the gospel of Jesus Christ. I'm so happy today to come to you and talk to you a bit on the issue of leadership, because leadership has been a problem in many organizations, and as a result, we have seen many organizations, they start well, but they don't finish well. And because of that reason, it's so important for us to get some understanding on how an organization can be run and how a biblical leadership can be done that will always stand the test of time. I'm here today to share with you more on those aspects of leadership, because the success of every church or every ministry is squarely dependent on the leadership that's in place. And that's why it's so important for us to understand, the principles of leadership, and especially on how to handle the whole process of leadership. Because of that reason, that I've seen so many churches, many ministries, the founders who founded the ministries on a very high note, they performed very well, they did some very wonderful work, but along the way, after the founder had passed on or gone here, to be with the Lord, the ministry or the organization begin to kind of, slow down and eventually dies. Not only the ministries, but even in other, companies and many other places where leadership is the core, reason for every success. We have seen even in this country where we had these powerful, companies like Nakumatt Supermarket, we have Tuskys and many other very huge, supermarkets and companies which immediately after the exit of the founders, they do no longer exist at all. And I've been trying to think very hard, what could be the problem that really caused all these things to crumble, even though they had been started on a very solid foundation. And from my questioning and my understanding, I realized that there's only one key issue that might have been a problem. Did the founders build a solid foundation on transition of leadership? Did the founders really mentor and grow up people who could take over after they'd gone? That might be a problem. And from that very reason, I have been compelled in my heart to come up with a book that is a new book on the market called 21 Principles of Leadership Succession. I have highlighted a few things in this book about, leadership succession and planting a seed for the next generation of leaders. This is the core, message of this book over here. So in the next 21 sessions, I'll be running every principle in every session so that we can be able to understand all these principles that pertain to the leadership succession. In this book, 21 Principles of Leadership Succession, I have divided this book into 4 major sections. Section number 1, which comprises chapter number 1, handle foundational principles of leadership succession. The major question in this principle is, what kind of leadership are we passing on, and why does it matter? Chapter number 2, relational and emotional principles. The major questions from these principles are, how do leaders process the loss of identity that come with them stepping down? How do they discern when it is time for transition? How do new leaders handle criticism, comparison, burden of expectation? We know that every time a new leader comes into place, there is comparison, there is criticism, there is an expectation. How do new leaders handle those things? We'll handle them there. 3. Developmental principles. How does emerging leaders identified, mentored, tested, and released into ministry? How does the church create an environment for shared leadership and empower the young people? When you're thinking about transition of leadership, these are some of the key questions that we need to answer. Number 4, strategic and structural principles. As leaders, we must be strategic, and we must have a structure on how the leadership will transit from one generation to another generation. We must be strategic in a sense that leadership must be shared and be passed on to the next generation of leaders. This is also what I'll be highlighting in this last part of this book as we continue.